Hello everyone, this is Diane and I am going to show you my flea market finds for today. These are the things, this little pile right here is what I got after I went to Bob's, and the rest of the stuff is from Bob, and I got something really special there like I often do. So I will, in addition to a lot of miscellaneous things that are also very special, so I will show you all of that after I show you these. Let's start with these patterns. These were $1 each. These little toddler dresses. So cute. The patterns aren't in great condition, so what I will probably do is cut them out, cut the pieces out, and make ephemera with them. This is a nice one. If it wasn't for that corner, which I could probably, disguise, but that would be a good journal cover. It looks like it's from the 60s. 1966. Yes, my daughter and I went and got our nail polish, our nail color removed today, because she's off today and tomorrow, and when she goes back, she has to have the nail polish gone. Today was the deadline. So anyway, this nice simplicity coat pattern. This is a kind of coat I would have wanted at this time. I still would like it. I don't know. This is 1973. And these ladies with their pretty blouses. This one is kind of crumpled, but I think I can use these ladies to make some ephemera. And these too. That would make a nice cover. These are the quick sew ladies, and they're different. They just have a unique look to the art, and I thought it would be really fun to make ephemera with those pieces. They're probably from the 70s. And this sweet little girl, like this is torn right here, so I would have to attach her back together, but so they weren't in great condition, but for $1 each, I thought it was worth it. I got these picture flashcards. I have so many flashcards, but it's harder to find the picture ones. And these aren't super old, but they are vintage. So I got them because they have the picture on one side, which is really nice. That one's pretty crumpled up. And there are some that are just letters. That's okay. They were $1. He said he would ask 50 cents if you, he said I would take 50 cents if you have quarters, but I don't have any quarters. I said, I'll give you $1. This was $1. It's so cute. It is from 1972. And they're the plasticized pages. I don't think they're fabric. I think it's plasticized paper, although it does look like it has a kind of a woven texture, so maybe it is paper or fabric underneath that. I love this one. Hello, you're my kind of kitten. They're so cute. They'll just be fun pages in a journal. And then I found a big Richard Scarry book, Nikki Goes to the Doctor. I could cut out the individual. She tripped and spilled the band-aids all over. I could cut out the individual figures and make ephemera, or use them as pages, or make envelopes out of the pages. And it was just $1 for the book. It's from 1972. So like these little figures would be fun to cut out and make ephemera, and then this would be a fun journal card or a pocket. That would be a great pocket. So many fun things to do with the Richard Scarry images. Oh, that's cute. We've got some smaller images here to cut out. And then the last thing I got that isn't from Bob was this collection here. So I saw this, and it was wrapped up in this cellophane. It wasn't open at all. And I saw these stripes, red stripes that look kind of faded, and I thought, I wonder if every page is striped like that, because I like that. I could use it. But if it's just plain, I don't really care about it. I could use it for scratch paper, but I'm not going to buy it for that. But I didn't want to give him $1 just for that, just to find out, you know. So, but then I found these. There's, how many did I counted these. 30. There are 30 of these merchandise tags. And some of them are grungy. They had some grungy stains on them, so I'll coffee dye them. Like that one especially. But 30 of those, and 3 milk pogs, and 3 vintage coin wrappers. So I thought I'll give him $1 for all of it, and then I'll be able to find out. Because this was Ray. I'm calling him Ray now because he's not the white van man anymore, and I know his name is Ray, so he's Ray. He's very flexible. He's like, sometimes I ask him how much he wants, and he said, whatever you think. So I knew he'd be okay with $1 for all of this, and he was. So I opened this, and I got excited because, like, it's got those stripes. And I thought, this will just be really cool to decorate something. I'm going to enjoy using them. And then the stripes ran out, and the rest is all blank. So if you know what this is, it's not perforated. It's just folded along those lines like accordion style, and then I've got all this, so I'll just use those for, you know, scratch paper, taking notes, whatnot. But I'll use the striped ones somehow in some fun journals. So now on to what I got from Bob, and I got something very special from him, and that will be at the end because I haven't even looked through it, and we're going to look through it together. I did pick up some non-paper things from him. Today I got this little, I think it's, well, I don't know if it's supposed to be a partridge in a pear tree, but it is a bird in a tree with a dangling pearl. So maybe it's just a piece of fruit, but it kind of pear-shaped. So anyway, I'll just decorate a journal with that. This could hang on a spine. It's a little charm with 2 hearts. And this I would decorate a cover with. Big safety pin with some pearls and some charms. This says, Circle of Success and become a rose in the garden of tops. I don't know what that's supposed to mean. Become a rose in the garden of tops. Okay. And there's space to put 2 more beads or maybe charms, or maybe they just came off. But anyway, I can hang that on a journal cover. So I got a bunch of just assorted ephemera from him like I usually do. So this one is a reminder from the Texaco dealer. It's a postcard to get a fall checkup for your car. A Gulf tour guide logbook. I liked this. Look at that. It's like a little tuck spot there. Isn't that cool? Expense record, lodgings, breakfast, you know, for a trip that you take. Radio stations. Tune in as you travel, so it's got different radio stations from around the country. And then the expense record. And then it says, use this handy pocket for your credit purchase invoice copies. So that's pretty cool. American Follies of 1942. Hooray America, presented by the Optimist Club of Upper Darby, friend of the boy. The Optimist Creed. I better read that so I can learn how to be an optimist. That's interesting. 1942. This is a receipt from Golden Wedding Coffee. Griffin and Hoxie, importers, wholesale grocers, and roasters, and manufacturers of coffees and spices. Interesting. and Goodyear Rubber Company invoice. Railways, diagram of lines. This is London Transport. So there's subway lines, I guess. Interesting. Personal's annual time recording book. So this looks like a train. I keep finding a lot of train employee logbooks, like their hours, on duty, off duty, overtime, etc. And this was unused. Over the years, I have found a lot of time books for railroad men. New Jersey road map. I liked the red and green. He had other road maps, but I didn't take all of them because I didn't know how much. He goes through my pile of stuff and just kind of adds things in his head quietly, silently, so I don't know how much he is adding for each piece. This is a ink blotter. It looks like it was used as an ink blotter. 2 Hanford products, Balsam of Myrrh and Balmer Cream. I like ink blotters. I keep finding them too. New Perfection oil cook stoves. Mama, I'm hungry. Look at the canisters down here. Little booklet. This is some more Brattleboro Gas Light Company. I know I got something with the word Brattleboro on it last week. I don't remember if that was the same things as these. 1906. It's a gas bill for gas consumed. So it's a monthly. I wonder if there's a whole months in here. I'm not going to count them right now. And then we've got the pink copies. Looks like it's at least 12 here. This was a fun find. September 1st, 1911. It's got a oxidated or whatever paper clip. It's not rusted. And different styles of pianos. $4 allowed from above prices if celluloid keys are desired. Wonder if that means $4 off if you don't want ivory keys. You get celluloid instead of ivory. And look, there are pianos. Different styles of pianos. Seven of them. So cool. I love them. One of these is going to have to go in one of my journals. Here is a very old McCall's pattern. 20 cents for a child's union suit. Look at how tiny this envelope is. I don't see a date on it. I've never seen a pattern printed like this. That is so interesting and cool. I like it. I didn't know that the pattern looked like this. I just wanted this cute little envelope. We have Bay State Milling Company. It's just a little notebook with narrow lines. 1941. It's good condition. Nobody used it. Here's the Junket book. And I think Junket is sort of like a gelatin or pudding. Junket powder. So these look like puddings. And you can make ice cream with it. But I love the colors on these recipes. This is a greeting card from Florida to say hello from Florida. Pretty colors. Here's a report card. Teacher's report to parents. 1939 to 1940. Grade 7. And this little book is Vacation Regions of New Hampshire. I've never been to New Hampshire, but I just thought these pictures were so pretty. There's a map of the state. And some pictures, black and white pictures. And these beautiful 4-season pictures. So it's beautiful in New Hampshire all through the year. The Elms, Inn and Cottages. Skyline Drive, that's why I picked it up. I remember going on vacation down south. We always called it the trip down south when we talked about it. When I was young, with my parents, and we went with another family. And we went on the Skyline Drive and the Blue Ridge Parkway. So I got it for the Skyline Drive. We have a lot of memories from that trip. This is Souvenir Rose Tournament, Pasadena, 1935 book. 1935 Rose Parade. Unfortunately, they're black and white pictures. Just think how beautiful these were in color. All the floats that were in the parade. And it was a dress. It has a dress spot. It's like an envelope, so it was probably sealed somehow so you could mail it like an envelope. That's probably why it's in bad condition. Plus the fact that it's 1935. Here is Jonathan Club 1960 Christmas festivities. Father and son party. Mother and daughter party. I don't know what a Jonathan Club is. I'll have to look that up. But it's like pristine. It's like it's brand new, but it's from 1960. This is something from RCA Victor. Different records you could get. An old postcard. Nope, just a Victorian card. Decorative card. This is a trade card or advertising card for Burdock Blood Bitters. So it's kind of in rough shape, but it's a cute picture of a girl holding her hands over the dog's eyes. This is a Hallmark date book. $19.49. Pretty pages, not used, decent condition. A little dirty on the back, but that's pretty. Here's a very beat up library card. And it's not as old as it looks. The first date it was stamped was 1988. Maybe it just went through the wash in somebody's pocket. It is really beat up. I thought it was really old, but I still like it. I'll use it in a journal. Here is a homecoming game ticket between Cornell and Princeton, 1994. I picked this up because it's the Finger Lakes region, which is close to where I live. I've been to many of these lakes, I'm sure. And some of them I haven't been to. Cayuga Lake, I've been to a few times. Skaneateles, I've been to. Skaneateles is how it's locals pronounce it. I've been there once. Canandaigua a couple of times, but mostly it's Seneca. That's the closest one. It's Watkins Glen. And it's still about an hour, at least an hour away, maybe more from where I live. But I've been there a lot. And it's a very nice area. There's a lot of wineries and, vineyards and stuff around there. Postcard, Auburn, New York, 1907. This is a jumbo assortment of cards, tags, and seals, but I don't think the full assortment was here, but it's an interesting envelope. So it has a big envelope, and this is all that was in it. And I think some of them are stuck together. But they're so beautiful. Look at these little foiled candles that say Merry Xmas. There's a little greeting, little girls. It says Made in USA. I love these candles. I thought they were stuck together. I think some of them are, but these foiled ones are not. So these are really cool. And I'm not making Christmas journals, but I will be putting kits together. So I will definitely include these in the kits. Christmas cheer. I love that little house. And then we got a bunch of these little girls. So they are stuck together, but so far they're coming apart very easily. Just taking all the little girl ones out. Then we've got a bunch of Santa Claus ones. These might not come apart so easily. Look at that. So there's a bunch of those. And this one, I think it's a candle. Very pretty. It looks like a 1930s design. And a Scotty dog. And there's another Santa. Quite a few of the first Santa I showed you. So I'll have to make sure I can get those apart and put them aside. All the Christmas stuff you see will be added to Christmas bundles in the fall. This little pack of small photos, you know, I like to use the small pictures in my journals. I like to use all of them, but I like these little ones. Almost like photo booth. Maybe they are photo booth pictures. A soldier, a little girl. I had to stop the camera again because my son called and needed me to go to the drugstore for something that Layla needed. So 3 hours later, I'm back because something else came up after that. And now it is almost 7 o'clock in the evening. But I'm going to finish this because I still haven't looked through that special item that I picked up from Bob. So we're going to go through that. So I ended with looking at these little photos. We looked at all of those. Now we have, this says, please look inside. So don't you want to look inside? Oh, it's another ink blotter advertising Lane's cold tablets for colds and grip. This is what Mama gives me when I cough. And here's another little advertisement for some of their other products. This is lovely. It looks like it's from the 30s. Here is another advertisement for RCA Victor. Some records you could buy. That's fun. I love tucking things like this into pockets and journals. This is a tax receipt from 1926, sorry. So this is 100 years old. This was February. They paid $35.27. State Tax Department. I have two of these. American Mutual Life, Elkhart, Indiana. A table of rates. So this was probably carried by an insurance salesman. It says presented by, and there's a place for the salesman's name. These are, I thought it said on what country they were from, but I don't see it now. They're stamps. Oh, no. What did he tell me they are? Matchbook covers, maybe. I don't remember. Bob, what did you tell me these are? They're pretty, anyway. I like the images. He told me what they are. They're supposed to go on something to be sold. This is so cute. Twinkle Toes the Dancing Clown, post-cereal circus. So this probably came in a post-cereal box. Isn't that adorable? It's so cute. 1947. And then I got this whole pile of Circus Report, 1977. There's a lot of sponsors. So their advertising is in here. There's something about Billy Barton. He was a famous little person that was in movies. Act survives wreck. Gibbs says, I quit. Bobby Gibbs. Dogs for Deaf. Whoever Bobby Gibbs is, I don't know. So these are fun. Just news about the circus. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. This is a stamp collector's stock book, 1971, and it has some stamps in it. And it's in good shape. This is something interesting. I bet you wouldn't expect to find this at the flea market. It's a blackjack table time roulette wheel. Mark's Merry Time. So it's a roulette wheel game. That's what it is. Isn't that fun? I just like the numbers. You know, me and my numbers. I could do fun things with those numbers. What would you do with something like that? Here is just a note card that has a painting of Viscount Althorp. So I imagine, yeah, reproduced by courtesy of the Earl Spencer. I was going to say, I imagine it's an ancestor of Princess Diana. Of course, Earl Spencer is her brother, and he is Earl Spencer. I mean, he's the Earl of Althorp. That's his estate. And here is a little extra, good for 10 extra green stamps with 50-cent purchase or over. Just something fun to add to junk journals. Here's an empty box, but I love the colors on this. Delights, assorted chews, a delicious confection. So I'll just cut the front and back off. Hopefully I can clean that up a little bit, and it'll be fun pockets. There is a commencement from Cobleskill High School. That's New York, 1922. And these are the graduates. Here is, oh, this is fun. Bob brought this over to me. Great Eastern Shopping, oh, that's the name of a store. Then this is a free discount booklet to the World's Fair. $50 value of over 114 bonus coupons, plus $50 in cash savings back in your pockets. So it's from a store, and it is all of these coupons, tickets, to ride some of the rides at the fair. The World's Fair. I wonder where the World's Fair was located that year. But there is aerial tower ride, American, looks like Israel Pavilion. Around the World in 80 Days. So all of these coupons are for tickets to get on a ride or a show. That's really cool. It's a full book. This is Tanner Motor Tours. So you could take a bus tour. Look at that bus. What year is that from? I'm looking for a price, and I don't see one. Or not a price, a date. I see prices. I don't see dates. But that's really cool. I love this. All these little things, just random things, are just fun to tuck into pockets, like I said. This is, I don't remember picking this up. Oh yeah, I thought that, yeah, I did. I remember the illustrations. They were cute. 1932, Economist. They're telling jokes to each other. There's a file cabinet. How to Die Next Year. Just interesting. I love this. There's a ledger. Pencil sharpener. That's just a cool book. I had to pick this up because it's baby deer. Greetings from the Pocono Mountains. I know they're called fawns, but I like deer. I like the baby deer. That's really sweet. Then I got some trade cards or advertising cards. The Youth's Companion Thanksgiving number. So this is just something somebody cut out of a magazine advertising that magazine or that book. Here is a trade card for J&P Coats thread. And this is for cologne, German cologne. Mail service, 1800s. This was cut off of something else. It's another advertisement for the Youth's Companion. Gold coin stoves and ranges. This is the World's Fair Horticultural Building. So I wonder if it's the Chicago World's Fair. And here is a card with triplets on it. Happy New Year, Slade's Spices. And they cut it off. Something was cut off here, so I don't know. Maybe it was a calendar here. I don't know. Lots of fun things there. And then, of course, I picked this up. Hershey's Chocolate World. And it's a collection of souvenir photos. The main entrance to Hershey's Chocolate World. I'll have to compare that to the pictures we took a couple of years ago when we were there. We took pictures of us outside the entrance. The Amish Farm and House. I did not know these were in here. My husband and I went on a tour of that house. That's fun. And I've been to Hershey and Hershey World. Is this Hershey? Yeah, Chocolate World. It was different when my husband and I were first there. I don't think Chocolate World was built then, but you could actually, there was a way to tour the factory where you were, I think we were on a car riding through the factory, but we were up higher and we could see the actual factory. Now they have Chocolate World that you ride in a car around you walk through a display that has all these signs and things, but then you get on a car and get to ride. And it's like a miniature chocolate factory that's not real. Look at all the Hershey Kisses. And their street lights in Hershey look like Hershey Kisses. Every other one is wrapped in foil, and every other one is chocolate with open. So this is one of the cars that you ride in, and that's watching a smaller display of making the chocolate. So anyway, I wanted this because I've been there a few times. Here is a really nice ink blotter. It looks like a desk, what you would put on your desk, and with the leather corners and then the ink blotter part where you could actually have the ink blotter as a thing on your desk. So anyway, that's what it looks like. It's really cool, and it's unused. It's very clean, looks new. Modern Mechanics, fun picture on that. Sci-fi looking. It's fun to make journals with these kind of covers. Automatic Cookbook. Tireless Cooking. Selected recipes for time and temperature oven cooking. This is, oh, I thought I was seeing a date, but I wasn't. Fun looking pictures. Neat. I like all those illustrations. This is a fun Kenmore automatic washer manual. Make wash day a joy instead of a job. More fun pictures inside. Very nice condition on this book. It's a Sears. Kenmore is a Sears brand. This little booklet is a story by Edgar Allan Poe. MS Found in a Bottle. I'm going to try to read it. I'll have to get a magnifying glass. I mean, I can read it, but I don't want to strain my eyes because the writing is small. So I'll try to read it because I like Edgar Allan Poe. This is a 1977 calendar. I had this once before, but it is a reprint of a 1927 calendar because the dates match up between 1927 and 1977. And it's got these 1920s pictures. And it has some information and advertisements and stuff from the era. And then we have The Kitchen Chat by Margaret Mitchell, director of the Wherever Test Kitchens. So I think Wherever is a brand, all of these things. And I liked the blue print with the red touches. I don't see a date on this one, but it looks like it's from the 40s or 30s from the illustrations. Now we have the last item that I got from Bob. And we'll look at it together. It's California Perfume Company, antique book, cover's falling off. I'm going to move it away so I can open it because otherwise it would hit the camera. So let's see, I'm going to raise this up a little so you can see the pictures. Hopefully you can see the pictures. So it's California Perfume Company color plate catalog. This catalog is issued only to representatives of the company. And there's the first picture. I don't see a date in this. This says 1915, but I don't know if that's talking about the company on this day, you know. I don't know if that was a historical reference. So I think maybe, nope, the pictures are going to go back and forth, but look at that. How beautiful. So all the color pictures are on one page, so they're front and back on the pages. I'm not going to keep switching it back and forth. And then we have these informational pages, what the item is and how much the different sizes are. Maybe I am going to switch it back and forth. Because look at the tabs. These number tabs here. They're they're fabric tabs, but they have something coating them. So I'm just going to kind of put it in the middle here. Got all the compacts and canisters. That's an atomizer. Put that in the jar, and then when you squeeze this bulb, it sprays. Oh, that's gorgeous. I was looking at the pencil writing here. Ben Porine lotion, small bottle, 90 cents plus 4, large, $1.75 plus 7. The plus must be the tax. That's face lotion. It looks like it comes with a sponge, natural sponge. These are so pretty. Now I asked Bob, after I told him I would take it, I said, now are you the kind of person that would get upset if I took this book apart? And he said, nope, as long as it gets enjoyed some other way, put to use and enjoyed. I like his attitude. They're so beautiful. The cover's falling off anyway. I don't know how much this would get at an auction. I have no way of knowing, but I don't talk about all the prices that I pay for things. I tell you some of them, but I don't talk about all of them. He told me what he wanted to get for this, and then he said, but for you, and he took $10 off it, which was very fair. These are extracts, flavoring extracts, lemon, peppermint, orange, and then there's a box that shows the labels for different, or the boxes maybe, of the different extracts you can get, different flavors. There's more. Banana, strawberry, vanilla. That's cool. Oh, look at all the colors. Olive oil, baking powder, and coloring. Oh, this is red coloring. Yeah, these are colors. So coffee and chocolate are the colors. Violet, lilac. And these are cleaning products. Naphtha laundry crystals and starch dressing. Beautiful box for this collection. It's an atomizer box. Three full 1-ounce bottles of perfume. You just switch the atomizer. This is a baby set. Trailing Arbutus. This is for nails and hands. Complete manicure set. What a lovely book. The United States of America, Panama Pacific International Exposition in San Francisco, celebrating the opening of the Panama Canal. I don't know why that is in here, but there it is. So tell me what you think about this beautiful California Perfume Company catalog, salesman's sample book, not a sample book, but catalog, I guess. And what was your favorite from all of the things that I got today? I think this is right up there, you know, but I had a lot of fun, really good things today. Again, thanks to Bob. And I got good things from other vendors too. So yeah, I thank all the vendors who come to that wonderful flea market that I get to go to on Mondays, very close to my home. I don't even have to travel far. It takes maybe 10 minutes, maybe less, to get there. And it's just so fun for me to do. And I got a lot of steps there today. So I walk around there a lot. Anyway, thanks for watching. Tell me what your favorite items are. And I will see you in the next video. Have a creative day. Bye.